One of the questions I always get is, Ryan, how much cardio should I do to lose weight? Or, hey, I'm doing over an hour of cardio every day and I'm still not losing weight. What's wrong with me? If you want to hear my opinions on this, stay tuned. But first, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button so you can stay up to date on all the latest videos I have. It also lets me know that you guys want to keep hearing what I've got to say. What's going on, everybody? Ryan Palmer here, and today I want to talk cardio with you. So, like I said, I always get the same questions over and over again. It's always, how much cardio should I do? I'm already doing, so much cardio, and I'm still not losing weight. What's wrong with me? So, what you guys should really be asking is, well, first, I think everyone needs to really define their goals better. And I think the first step in that is to realize that not everybody just wants to lose weight as much as they want to lose body fat. And there's a big difference in that. And there's a big difference when it comes to losing body fat and losing weight when it comes to cardio as well. So I'm going to make a big judgment call here, and I think most people out there want to shred body fat rather than just lose weight in general. So when it comes to talking about losing body fat and losing weight, the first question you should ask then is, what kind of cardio should I do? And I'm going to say, well, what is your goal? So the two big differences I want to talk about are high intensity cardio versus low intensity cardio, and why I think high intensity or low intensity is better for whatever goal you're trying to go for. So for the general population who's trying to lose weight, everyone thinks you need to do high intensity cardio. You need to go running, I need to do sprints, I need to do high intensity interval training on the treadmill or the elliptical or the stairs. And everyone's busting their ass, they're sweating like crazy, and they're burning a ton of calories. But is calories really what we want to be burning? Essentially, yes, body fat is calories, but when we're talking about burning calories and doing high intensity cardio, we're usually burning just stored glycogen or glycogen that's in our bloodstream. So that's the first thing you guys need to know when it comes to cardio and what it's doing. So when you're doing that high intensity cardio, the easiest source of energy for your body to burn is glycogen in the bloodstream. So if you ate recently right before your cardio or right before any kind of activity, and when I say cardio, that can be anything on a piece of cardio equipment like the stairs, the treadmill, ellipticals. It can be playing sports, soccer, basketball, running, sprints, riding your bike. It can be any kind of activity. Really, when we talk about cardio, it's anything above your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. So anytime you're doing any kind of activity outside of you just being alive, sleeping, and being awake, that's considered cardio. But when we're talking about doing high intensity cardio, your body needs energy now. So it's going to pull the fastest source of energy, which is going to be the glycogen that's in your bloodstream or stored glycogen that's in your muscles. So if you're trying to lose weight or lose body fat, first thing you want to do is you want to not eat before your cardio training. Because if you're doing your cardio right after you had a big meal or right after you ate, all that's going to happen is your body's going to attack the glycogen that's in your bloodstream right now. So it's going to burn the glycogen. So can you still lose weight that way? Kind of, because your body is going to use the glycogen that's in your bloodstream as energy, and it's not going to store it as body fat later on in the day. But you're not essentially losing weight at that moment right there. So again, if you're doing high intensity cardio, let's say you're doing that on an empty stomach, your body's going to it's going to attack the glycogen that's stored in your muscle. Now the average person holds around 1,500 to 2,000 calories of stored glycogen, which is around 375, I believe, to about 500 grams of carbs or grams of glycogen. So your body's going to attack that next. So if your stomach's empty, it's going to go for that stored glycogen. If you ate, it's going to go for the glycogen that's in your bloodstream at that time. But what I personally do, and I think is the best way to attack losing body fat, right? And that's really the main goal for most of us here, is to shred that body fat. Is we want to do low intensity cardio. And the reason why the low intensity cardio is good is because your body doesn't need that instant energy right away. So instead of breaking down muscle tissue, instead of breaking down using the glycogen that's in your bloodstream, it's going to be able to attack those fat cells. So again, when we do the cardio, we want to be on the empty stomach because we don't want to use the glycogen that's in our bloodstream, because even if you're doing the low intensity cardio, it's still going to attack that glycogen in the bloodstream because it's the easiest source of energy. So we do either we do it fasted when we first wake up, or we do it fasted after a workout. Well, for instance, right now I just came home from work, and my last one was at 12:30. I got home at 4 and had my last session of cardio just now. So I still consider myself in a fasted state because all the blood sugars are pretty much out of my system. I was already getting a little loopy and tired. So I did my cardio right then in another 20 minutes. And the reason why we do cardio in a fasted state, again, is because we're not going to have any blood sugars in the system for our body to use as fuel. So when we do low intensity cardio, like I said before, it's going to attack the fat cells. It's going to break down the fat cells. Fat is a very calorie dense energy source. There's 9 calories per gram of fat. So you start doing the cardio in that fasted state, in that low intensity realm. And when I say low intensity, I mean about 120 beats per minute. So very, very low rate. When I do my cardio, I go on the treadmill. I do a 2% incline, which is very low. I do 2% just because that stimulates road feel. And when I go perfectly flat, it kind of feels a little harsh on my knees. So I go a 2% incline, which is very, very minimal. You're not going to even notice it. And I go 3.2 to 3.4 miles an hour, and that keeps me right in that 110 to 125 beats per minute for my heart rate. And that's what's going to give you the best fat burning results that you can get for cardio. Now, the reason why that's better is because, like I explained before, it's doing that high intensity cardio. It's going to attack the blood sugars. It's going to attack the glycogen, the stored muscles. And even if you burn all those down, when you're doing that high intensity cardio, even if you have no stored glycogen anymore, which is very, very rare because your body is always producing glycogen, even if you're not ingesting glycogen, your body's going to transform proteins in your system and branch amino acids into glycogen. So even if you're running on empty, let's say you are, it's going to be very, very hard for your body to convert fats into an energy source fast enough for you to be able to sustain high intensity cardio for any kind of length in time. So to answer your question, can I still lose weight if I do high intensity cardio? You just want to do high intensity cardio. The answer is yes, you can still lose weight doing high intensity cardio as long as you're still in a caloric deficit. But you run some risks doing the high intensity cardio. One risk is, like we talked about before, fat cells are a very dense calorie. It's 9 calories per 1 gram of fat. So it's very hard to turn fat into a fuel source. Where you might run the risk of either muscle breakdown, where it's transferring the protein into a fuel source, turning it into a glycogen, and using that as a fuel source. It might take the proteins out of your bloodstream and use that as a fuel source, which, if it's taking the proteins out of your bloodstream and converting those into a glucose as an energy, you run the risk of not building muscle, or not repairing muscle. So now we're running the risk of losing muscle and losing that shape that we want. So usually when people say they want to lose weight and they want to lose body fat, they want to lose the body fat and they want to keep the shape that they have. Muscle is going to give you the shape. If we just concentrate on losing weight and burning calories, anyone can burn calories and lose weight, but you're going to lose that shape you want, especially if you're one of those girls out there that wants a nice figure, wants that taper, and wants that hourglass figure, and wants to keep that butt. You don't want to focus on burning calories, and you don't want to focus on losing weight. We want to focus on burning fat. So again, we go right back to doing the low intensity cardio. And I know some of you people out there are going to say, well, Ryan, I've heard that doing high intensity interval training can get the heart to fluctuate so rapidly that you're still burning calories for hours after cardio. And they even have some studies that show that you can burn calories for a day or two after you do the cardio. Again, calories. We're looking at burning you're talking about burning calories. So if you want to continue running your blood sugars low and you want to continue feeling loopy all day long because your body's still burning through that stored glycogen, the glycogen that's in your bloodstream, then go ahead, do the high intensity interval training. You're going to keep burning calories, that's right, but you're going to be hungry, you're going to be tired, you're going to be loopy and groggy, and you're still running the risk of muscle breakdown or not building and repairing muscle the proper way. So again, we're right back to the fact that doing that low intensity cardio is more optimal for our goals. Now, another good question to bring up is, like I said before, that some people do a bunch of cardio and they're still not losing weight. So let's let's go ahead and let's think that this person's doing everything right and they're doing everything that I'm saying. They're doing that low intensity cardio, they're doing it fasted, and they're still not losing weight. Why aren't they losing weight? I'm going to ask them, well, how long have you been doing X amount of cardio? Let's say they've been doing 30 minutes of cardio, and say, how long have you been doing 30 minutes of cardio? And they say, oh, I've been doing it for 3 months straight now. I'm not losing any more weight. So coming back to your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, that's your base metabolic rate. That's what you burn that's your average daily burn. So let's say that person started doing cardio 3 months ago, and let's say they dropped 10 pounds, and now they're stuck. They're not losing any more weight, and they're still doing that 30 minutes of cardio. Well, now that 30 minutes of cardio is now essentially part of that BMR, that basal metabolic rate. Now that they're doing 30 minutes of cardio every day for 3 months, that's their new set point. They're not going to lose any more weight. So the only way to continue burning that body fat is now you can either increase the cardio, now go from 30 minutes to now go to maybe 40 minutes or 45 minutes, add on keep adding on cardio, or another way to break that cycle is to maybe just back off of cardio for a week. Take a full week off of cardio. You're not going to gain weight, you're not going to get fat. Take that full week off, and then hop back on your cardio regimen again. Start back on the 30 minutes. If it's still not working, then maybe just bump up to that 45 minute mark, and you will continue to lose weight because now you're in more of a caloric deficit. Your body's burning more calories than it's taking in again. And that's what we want to do. That's essentially the main goal into burning body fat. And remember, even if you're doing it the right way, doing the low intensity cardio, doing it fasted, you're alternating your cardio times, your cardio frequency, and you're not losing weight, you gotta start looking at the diet. Why am I not losing weight? You gotta look at that caloric deficit. We need to be in a caloric deficit in order to lose weight. We can't be in a calorie surplus and expect to lose weight. It's just not gonna happen. So those are my thoughts on cardio. I hope you guys enjoy them. Again, please hit that subscribe button if you like this content. It lets me know that you like hearing what I've got to say. It lets me know that you like the information that I'm putting out there. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share these videos, tell your friends, and we'll see everybody soon. Thanks.